Are you Helia?
And who wants to know?
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a storm giant that's supposed to live in the Dale. Have you heard of anything like that?
Storm giant. Well, I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly what you're on about, but...
Any details you can give me?
Hi. There's a trail on the opposite side of this lake, right across from us. That goes up into the mountains, as called the Spine. A blizzard started blowing. My partner and I, we thought we'd go see if anything were up that way.
You seriously risked life and limb thinking that there would be treasure there just because a storm had started?
Even if we found no goodies.
And what does this have to do with the giant?
I'm getting there. So, after about an hour marching through the storm, we hear this voice in the blizzard saying, "Turn back!" Thing is, the snow was getting so thick and high around us, we tried to find shelter, but just kept getting turned around in the storm, and we were getting right cold. But then, next thing I know, I'm awake. We'd been taken all the way down the mountain to a little cave, and someone had even set up a fire for us. It was the wildest thing I ever seen.
She's clearly told this story a number of times, so it's hard to say how much of it is rehearsed exaggeration.
Any advice for someone looking to climb up there?
Yeah, don't do it. It was a daft idea, and by all rights.
You said like a mum.
Oh, far as I could tell, real flat. Smash nose.
Thank you for your time.
Well, that is at least a little promising. What say you, Katra?
It's the only lead we've got at the moment, so it's probably worth investigating.
I should warn you, in case you did not already know, dragons and giants have a long-standing rivalry that verges on hatred, depending on the parties involved. Storm giants are known as goodly, if stern, creatures, but regardless of this one's disposition, it might be for the best if you do not mention my presence or involvement.
Something else to complicate things. That's good to know. Thanks. Hello?
This storm will be the end of you.
Where are you? I just want to talk!
Shall not proceed! You tread a dangerous path, human. If you have come to rob or hunt me, then I hope that you have made peace with yourself.
That is a storm giant, and one who has ascended beyond the restrictions of their body, it seems. They aren't just controlling the storm around us, they are the storm. It is a part of them. Be careful.
Speak now and tell me your purpose and—
She is quite guarded and wary of you, but contrary to her words, she does not seem to want to harm you, though is certainly willing to if you threaten her.
Okay, wow, that is awfully aggressive and feels a bit unwarranted. Have I done something to offend you?
You have trespassed into my domain without an—
Well, to be fair, I wasn't entirely sure what I would find up.
Child. I am the storm.
Do you know a druid named Mayastan Kim?
No. Should I?
Do you know of any other storm giants in the area?
No. I live separate from my people.
I think you do know them, and I need help, and I think that either you or he can give it to me.
I am listening.
My friend has been infested with a parasite that has also displaced his soul. We were told by the Sage of Magic at Candlekeep that his best hope is to find the Rod of Alignment, which was last seen with Kimmerin.
And what if I refuse to help? What will you do?
I got nothing. We are at your mercy.
Humble and sincere. That is promising. This is a powerful item that you seek, and not something to be handed over lightly. Though perhaps you will do. Very well. I indeed possess the rod and am willing to part with it in return for a favor. The druid who last held the rod is indeed a friend of mine. Kimmerin, however, has a tendency to use force to protect the wilderness and its creatures rather than negotiate. The Lord's Alliance decided that they had suffered his vigilantism long enough, and have imprisoned him in the great fortress they built nearby. I cannot enter that bastion, as its magic wards me away. If you want the rod—
A prison break to set free a dangerous environmentalist vigilante? Count me in.
Well then, perhaps Kimmerin has found a kindred spirit in you. A last warning to you. Beware the prison, for it is not just a trapped and warded fortress. Something has changed lately. I have not seen the guards at their outposts for nearly a week, and there is now a ferocious flying creature there. Every time I've tried to approach since its appearance, it has beaten me back, rather severely at one point. I do not know if the jailers have summoned it as an additional guardian, or whether it is there for other reasons. Good luck.
That is all a rather tall order, and none of it too encouraging. At this point, the best we can do is probably to investigate the prison, see if we can identify some of its defenses and any gaps therein.
The Illithid, also known as Mind Flayers, once ruled vast empires across multiple worlds, conquering whole races and forcing them into service. Ships like this one were how the monsters traveled between the stars and across planes of existence. Be glad that this one is long since crashed and abandoned. Otherwise, its presence would foretell a coming calamity.
No sign of that creature that Nalkra warned us about.
There is too much to look at from too far away. You would have to get closer to make out anything useful.
It doesn't look like a place you can exactly break into. Not without an army, or maybe lots of explosives, that is.
As much as I hate to admit it, I am inclined to agree. Perhaps we can strike a deal with whoever runs the prison. Barring that, simply seeing the inside might give us some ideas about how to get Kimmerin out. Still no guards? You would think that someone would have stopped or questioned us by now. I do not like the feel of this. Make sure that the front door stays open and unlocked, too. I do not wish to be trapped in here. See what you can find through that hole. There might be another passage or something similar. Something to lead us out of here.